okay? Oh, no, I'm okay. I got this other one. Yeah. All right, let's tap in third shift. Okay, I got $20 mini reads, two questions for $10. All right, y'all, we're gonna tap in, get a prayer. Okay, burn some sage, cleanse the energy. Beloved ancestral spirit guides to the Most High God, I call Archangel Michael for protection. Anybody sending anything physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually, please block and blind them. I call back our energy and send theirs back with full forgiveness in all forms to the universe at this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the Most High God. All right. Hey guys, welcome, welcome. Trying to give everybody a chance to get in here and I'm cleansing, okay? Cleansing the cards and making a mess while I'm doing it, okay? Confirmation. Mm. What's up? Everybody say hi. Excuse me. What's going on, third shift? How y'all feeling? I know a lot of people is just getting off work, okay? What's going on? What's going on? Okay. Yeah, I'm a reader. Mm-hmm. Babe, do you see both of my eyes are two different colors? Michelle, you're purging, that's why. Yeah. This Scorpio full moon is still running wild. Michelle, Audacity's not on sale. They giving this shit away for free right now. Okay, listen now. Yeah, babe, keep on, yeah, sending them out, reporting them and sending them out. Excuse me. Thank you. Yeah, we just gonna keep reporting and sending them off the channel. Y'all, it's been a very, very interesting Thursday. Normally the full moon will go like 3 days before and 3 days after, but I feel like this energy is gonna linger around until like the beginning of June. I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot going on with astrology, and you got Neptune, you got Big Daddy Saturn, just went into alignment. Capricorn going into Saturn on the 25th, which is karma. Okay, it's a lot going on. So this, if you're feeling emotional, cry that shit out. Okay, you got to heal it to feel it, right? That's what's going on here. And you know that sleeping also, if you're sleeping a lot, check this out, guys. Listen to a reprogramming, like some type of sleep meditation. That'll help you. One of my old head clients, he gave me that little gem. He said use a reprogramming meditation, like sleep meditation. You can, and they have one with rain. It's like subconscious, reprogram the subconscious, healing childhood wounds, healing emotional wounds, things like that. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, y'all, it's been a very, very interesting day. Okay, like shocking news, wonderful news, and then somebody handed out an Audacity and was like, "Here, go take it." Like, yeah, it's been real interesting. Let's just say, for the least, right? And it was it was just a test. Right. Because see what it is, your body's been in fight and flight mode so much, and where you release some emotions, you're feeling free. Right? You're feeling very free. And that's a good thing. Because your body's not used to being at peace. You need to go and study about narcissistic abuse and what it does to the physical nerve and body system. It really, really messes with the nerve system because you're in fight or flight mode. You already know when you get around that narcissist, you got to. I seen something and it says you was programmed to protect them, but now you're not. It's going to be very, very significant. And there's some people here that was programmed to protect their abusers, and now you done come up out of this full moon in Scorpio. Like, who's protecting who? What? Nah, I'm gonna tell these motherfuckers what you did. Like, what's up? You gonna meal do a barbecue? Cause baby, when I spit this truth, what you gonna do? Who you gonna call? I don't care about your little resources. I don't care about this. I don't care about. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, right? And this devil over here is like, nah, you supposed to protect me. Nah, that's not what's going on here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, we got 52 people in here and 19 likes. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Just FYI, I want to say this. Y'all probably need to watch y'all's mouth during this Saturn and Capricorn, or somebody should have watched their mouth. It's called deep emotional healing. You dive deep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. Hello. Welcome, babies. Long time no see. So, Tarot, what's going on? Yeah. I wish they'd make these words a little bit bigger in the chat, okay? You know VG getting out. Journey to Soul Tarot. There I am, okay? I'm going to get it out. I'm trying to look, yeah. Yeah. People need to watch their, see, y'all, and a lot of people don't realize, like, they feel like they've skated their karma, and then here comes Capricorn and Saturn saying, hey, did you forget about me? Hey, yeah, we're here. What's going on? You know, listen, we need you to come with us because you remember when you did A, B, C, or D? Yeah, we got you on record over here, okay? Something about that. Because see, somebody, y'all remember how I said, people been laughing. Everybody's just cracking up and everything has been so funny. And why are we not laughing anymore? What's going on? Everybody thinks it's a game. Y'all see what I'm saying? It ain't no game when you playing with people's livelihood, their money, their job, their life. There's nothing funny. And when people go through things, we don't laugh at them because we know, like, at any moment that could be our storm, that could be our story, right? And a millisecond, things in your life can be flipped upside down and change, right? Excuse me. And it could be endings with that spiritual birth confirmation. So we've got some people here that they find that their actions are just hilarious. You know, earlier I done a message and I said, well, whoever has been stirring this pot, you gonna have to lick the spoon. Okay? And I don't know if some people's ready to lick this spoon or not, but Spirit says, yeah, you're gonna lick this spoon. Because the tables is turning now, that plate is being pushed in front of somebody else. And it's like, no, you know that you was wrong for A, B, C, or D, right, collective? We all trying to have peace, love, and light out here, and they want to have fight, wars, and thievery, and lying, and kill, steal, and destroy, right? Ain't nobody trying to live in that type of mess, okay? Somebody here wants this tit for tat, and you won't give it to them. And this is driving somebody insane, collective, because you will not give this energy you won't even give no time to this energy. Somebody's upset because you keep hanging up, walking off, moving around, not entertaining this, not answering the phone, not calling back, not answering the email, there's something here, right? And it's like, why can't I get your attention? Because collective, you've woke up to your self-worth, okay? It's not even worth my time. Because see, that's what you want, right? Right. Hey, babies. Great abundant rising, everybody. Third shift. And there ain't no celebration over there. Because see, now everybody over here trying to retract their lives, retract their statements. They don't know what they said. They don't know what they doing. Cause see, everything's stacking up against them now, and it's like, hold on, how'd you free yourself? Because I didn't entertain the entity that you got attached to you, or the attachments, or what you was attached to. No, I didn't do that, right? Somebody here is not getting this offer. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and there's a death. Endings, okay? Right. There's endings here, and somebody here don't understand that there is a cycle that is done. That's it. It's over. The curtains are closing, okay? Take a bow. Y'all remember that song by Rihanna? The curtain is closing. Take a bow. It's done. We're signing off. We're out of here, okay? Yeah, this seducer here sees that you are not disappointed, okay? You're like, oh, okay. Hey. Sometimes I think people forget that they're on YouTube and not a dating website, or at the strip club, or Pornhub. Just wondering, like, it's very interesting how people forget that, like, this ain't no dating website. This ain't Pornhub. This ain't OnlyFans where you do certain things. I don't know. I really feel like people's forgetting where they're at. Hey, Brittany, how's you and the babies doing? What's going on, babies? I hope everything is well over there with y'all. Queen of Swords. See, you stand in your truth, and you don't have to do it with your clothes off. You can move to calmer waters, okay? And you don't get a wet ass and an empty purse. Okay. Oh, child. Who is in here and what is going on? You don't get Ten of Swords. Like, you're done with this, because you ain't taking this false ass Hierophant in reverse. Okay. Making money in your sleep, getting in the pool, minding your business. Okay. You said what now? Just saying, a car crash can flip your whole life. Be safe, everyone. Spread peace, love, and light. We can pull on the energy if you would like. Send over. You can do 2 questions for $10 or a $20 mini read. Just up to you. I hope that ain't like a threat or something that you just come over here and put in my comment section. So are you telling your story? Yeah, I took that as a threat. Okay. No. Back. No. Mm-mm. Yeah. What's up, Hood Tarot? That's what I like. I guess that's. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it did. Because you know what's so wild about that person coming here and saying that? Somebody literally tried to run me and my husband off the road last night. That's why I'm asking you, why you coming in here saying that? Because there was an incident last night, and it's been multiple incidents where my husband's been run off the road twice. I'm just saying, and I'm not backing down, and I'm going to keep speaking about the injustice that's been going on. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay. Because I can resonate with what you're saying. Yes, a car accident can change your life. Well, 22 years ago, I was pregnant with my daughter and had an accident. Yeah, you're exactly right. A car accident can change your life. Right here. Yeah, right here on live, Kim. Gotcha. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, I see it. But y'all see what I'm saying though? And it's so well because it's like, okay, he's saying he's in Australia and he's going through that. Y'all, this happens all over the world, even across seas. How is it that all of us are going through similar situations? And I always say this, it's very, very strange. I'm good, babe. I'm good. Now you see my sage smoking. It's very, very strange how we all going through the same story, right? And everybody is in a different place. No coincidence, right? That chain link fence is linked somehow. Yes. Yes. All around the world. And y'all, I've been on my on this damn platform here for damn near 6 years. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, there just can't be no coincidence. Yeah. Everybody got a stalking ex, they got a stalking family, some kind of crazy ass family doing something, people at the job doing something. It's just it's weird. It's like, why can't we all just get along, love each other, and all get money and be successful together? What is the big deal? Like, what is going on here? Right? Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Another thing. Hold on, babe, before you get rid of them. It's okay. Why do y'all always assume everybody's high? Okay. Why do y'all always assume everybody's high? Do y'all think that everybody sits around and partakes in some kind of? That's why, yeah, because it's a projection. You said that it's funny to say. So, okay, I want to ask you this. Since it's so funny to say, right? Have you ever sit down and talked to somebody who used drugs or alcohol as a coping mechanism? Have you ever talked to them and got their story? See, this is why I'm yeah. I like talking to y'all. You say yes, of course. So you're saying that you find it funny that people use getting high and drinking alcohol as a coping mechanism. Okay, now I want to ask you this. If you have a son or a daughter that um is strung out, okay? You got a son or a daughter that's strung out over there on the corner, okay, and you keep finding her in a trap house. Is that gonna be funny? When she was raped and she was beaten and she was shot up with dope, and then you go over there and you gotta identify her body. Is that funny? Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. You shouldn't laugh at circumstances. Exactly. You shouldn't laugh at circumstances because what if that girl was lured there and got shot with dope, and then you got to go over there and identify your daughter because you didn't know she was hanging around the same people that was doing things. You didn't know secretly that she started getting high. You didn't know what was going on. See, that's what I'm saying. See, people like yourself that live in the matrix and y'all come and you think that things are hilarious and things are funny. There is people that comes in this chat that has actually lost family members to circumstances that was created behind the scenes. And it's still an unsolved murder. It's a cold case because they don't know. And then you come in and you want to laugh and you think everything is so funny and blah, blah, blah. See, you're talking about lured with candy, right? Do you know there's some drugs out there with candy in it that's no good, that's actually out here and they're warning people. Look, okay, here's somebody right here. That happened to my sister. Someone gave her a cocktail. Now, are you gonna sit here and laugh at this person? Are you gonna sit here and laugh? Okay, Kimberly. Yeah, that's fine. This is what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm glad I came on here third shift because there's certain people here that y'all have no compassion. Y'all sit and y'all laugh and y'all think the things are funny. But see, when shit starts happening to your family and things have going on, right? This is a very, very serious issue in the world. This is something here that we need to take serious. It is. Very, very much so. So all I'm saying is don't come in here because you're fixing to get reported and blocked anyways. Thank you, babe. Y'all just a prime example of these are the type of people that run around this world because they don't have a reality check yet, and they're fixing to get one. And this is what they don't realize. People want to laugh. That's like going and laughing at somebody that has autism. That child was born like that. Why are you laughing? I'm just saying. Yeah. And see, that's the thing is like they can't handle it when we are survivors and we are still telling our story. So they want to come over and they want to crack jokes and they think everything is funny, but it's not funny whenever they get that phone call that it's one of their people. It's not funny at all. Kimberly, what would you like for me to pull on? You know what I'm getting that you could be going through a similar situation where somebody they just cracking up. They think shit's so funny and it's not fixing to be funny. Cause see, while this tower is being dismantled, like I was talking about earlier, you found a hidden treasure, which is you found your inner guidance and healing within yourself to not take things personal and to walk off. Cause let me tell you something. Everybody's laughing right now. They finna be crying in a minute. Yeah, the struggle is real out here. Like, and folks don't get it. Yes, they are. Yes. Okay. And that's the thing is like you don't never know what somebody's struggling with, and you never know when they ready to snap. And then when they snap, you might be getting an ass whooping for 5 other situations this person is going through. You know what I'm saying? Like people need to be very, very careful, with what they're saying and what's going on here. Because see, everybody ain't playing with you. Everybody ain't finding shit funny and a joke. That's why so many people are being cut off because people's like, hold on. Okay, that was funny. Okay. Well, let me watch how funny you finna see how funny this really is when you don't hear from me no more. Okay, that was real funny. What? Okay. And then all of a sudden I disappear and you don't hear from me no more. Then we're gonna see what's really going on, right? Yeah, something about that, Kimberly. And I feel like you not leasing people getting some pink slips. Okay. Tell me what. Cause see, you awaken to this shit. Cause see, there's a point in time in life where motherfuckers need to grow the fuck up. They really need to be paying attention to what's going on in front of them. Because man, you don't never know what somebody been through, what they going through, what's happening, and they snap off. But see, that's what they want you to do, collective, right? That's why I'm here tonight. Cause you got folks that really want you to snap off. And they doing some real foul things. Now they starting to do it in front of your face and laugh and smiling about it. And you sitting here, you're like, oh, okay. You sure you want to keep that same kind of energy, right? Okay, so that's the agreement we got right here, right now. You don't keep that same kind of energy? Oh, okay. Cool. Deuces. Yeah. All right, let's talk about it, Kim. Tell me about you being woke to this and somebody's not being successful. Babe, what's going on here? Somebody's not being successful. Somebody's salty because either you got your 10 of cups or your 10 of cups is coming through. And baby, you healed. Okay? You healed. And it's like, no, I'm good. Because I feel like this is you loving on yourself. And you could be having a wonderful lover that's coming in. Okay? And somebody, or tell me about your mama. What's going on? Queen of Cups in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in reverse? Or this mother figure or somebody here that's in this Queen of Cups energy? I feel like this is somebody that's on the physical that's living. They could just have children that's attacking you. Okay. Gotcha. She never wanted you to have love. Yeah, she always wanted you to stay in this unhealed energy and be an interference with your Nine of Pentacles. And now that's what she's getting because she never wanted you to have love or money. Yep. And see, you just keep working and healing and minding your business. This is driving her insane. You over here co-creating with the universe, doing what you need to do here. Okay. And she is very, very oppressed. She could be in spiritual jail, headed to real jail. She ain't got no strength. She's a pleasure seeker, and she tried to dress up something here, and you was like, hell to the no, no, no. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you've got this by you standing up for yourself, okay, and not taking breadcrumbing and not letting somebody breadcrumb you. It's a lot of towers here. And because you're like, I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting with you. I'm just staying out of this. You said what, babe? You took a leap of faith, protected yourself from all these attacks here, and walking right into your new beginning. I'm very proud of you. Because I'm going to be honest with you, all the shit they threw with you, some of these people here, could not withstand what you've been through. High Priestess, I got you. Coleman, thank you so much for the tip and for the donation. I greatly appreciate that. Give me 1 second, Kimberly. Okay. Hey, welcome. Yeah, High Priestess, I got you in just 1 second. Let me finish up here. Coleman, if you have a question, just I got you. Um, yeah, I'm very, very proud of you because you really had to withstand a lot of things. And people don't want to take accountability, and you understand that. You know that you're not going to get a lot of answers. You know you're not going to get no truth. And just moving on and finding yourself in a happy place and just staying in the moment has been the most important, right? That's exactly right. And just walking away. Walking away is so much easier than driving yourself insane with the shoulda, coulda, wouldas and who done this and who's gonna come forward. Trust me, you walk away, that's whenever they can't play their mental games and they can't puppeteer you and things like this, right? Very, very interesting. Yes, you want to continue doing this. Cause see, as long as you don't feed this entity or this energy, it don't have no control. Yeah. Okay, High Priestess. I'm gonna get to you next. No, your brother did not betray you. Somebody here is trying to make it look like it was him, but it wasn't. Something significant about an aunt or uncle that done the betrayal, not your brother. Your brother was actually defending you, but they want to make it look otherwise. Excuse me. Yeah, they want to make it look otherwise. Something about the coffee shop, the gym is going to be significant with that new lover. There might even be like a sandwich shop or something where you like to go. Something about reading. You might even like to go to the park and just like hang out. Yeah, somewhere in those areas. I feel like that's where you're gonna run into that lover. He might be a dog lover. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. You're welcome, darling. Hello, hello. Hey, y'all. Y'all, I'm not trying to ignore everybody. I'm trying to do some mini reads and questions. Okay, back to you, um, High Priestess. Where you at? Okay. Mm-hmm. This man might be very, very like he works out a lot. He's all about his body. Okay, there you are. All right, I got you. Okay. Your brother did not sell you out. He um he was protecting you. Uh Tell me about this aunt and uncle that I'm picking up on. High Priestess. Because they can't create and they ain't getting a new beginning. And I feel like they was utilizing you and your brother's energy. So they need to put y'all up against each other. Okay? And that was the way that they was doing it. Okay. They can't create some kind of illusion here. And that's the problem, is that it's not going well. Yeah, it's two questions for $10. You can pay through my Cash App or my PayPal. That's why I prefer for y'all to pay anyways. But if that's the only way that you have to pay is super chat, then that's okay too. Exactly. And see, it's not good. That's what I said something about these children is like they don't understand. These kids are starting to wake up to the BS. Okay. And it's like, what's happening here? Like, are you serious? I'm gonna tell you why I don't do favors no more. Why I don't somebody you're gonna reciprocate my energy, okay? I had to set boundaries with that. Because there's a lot of people that come in this chat that is not subscribed, y'all don't hit the like button, you don't watch the content, you just see me live and you want to come in here and y'all see that I'm very kind and I'm nice and I'll answer your questions. I'll give you this and I'll give you that, but y'all never reciprocate the energy. You don't even hit the like button. You just sit back there and you just suck my energy consistently. And then you sit back there and then you getting like all these free, get all this free energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then people's like, two questions for $10, that's $5 a question. That ain't even no money. Especially when you're not even hitting the like button, you ain't even subscribed to the channel. You just see where somebody's just being kind and giving messages. It's like, can you at least reciprocate the energy by a like? Like, damn. Yeah, because my energy ain't free, right? I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just saying, like in the past, I used to answer everybody's questions. Yeah. Yes. There is some people that charge $120 for 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I charge $45 for a 30-minute personal reading, 85 for an hour. Like literally, I don't call. I'm not charging that much because I know everybody's on a budget. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. Like shit, we all struggling. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's struggling out here, and it's like a lot of people don't get it though. But just to answer your question, that's why I don't do free things anymore. You said the most I've actually seen was 170 for 1 hour reading. Man, sis, let me tell you something. I had somebody come and tell me they paid $300 for an hour reading. I'm like, what? I had one person come to me and tell me they paid $5,000 for a parasite cleanse. Child almost took me out. I said, and you can go right over to the TikTok shop and buy a parasite cleanse for $25. You could do home remedies to do your own parasite cleanse. Yes, they broke this person into paying them $5,000, y'all, to do a parasite cleanse. I said, what? I'm trying to tell y'all, the scamming is real. The scam is real. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Child. Yeah. Okay, so that could be significant. You said, uh, they could have been scamming like a motherfucker. You're welcome, baby. Thank you. I appreciate that, Kimberly. Thank you. My 1 hour readings are $85. And if it's your first time with me, I'm not going to look at the clock. I mean, it might even go 2 hours, but I'm not going to say, hey, you need to send me another $85. What I say is, if you would like to send me, a tip or something, that'll be great. But if it's my first time reading for you and getting to know you, then I'm going to take my time. You know what I'm saying? And also my readings is face to face. I don't do no pre-recorded like junk like that. I don't need your credit card number. I don't need your birthday. I don't need your home address. I don't I don't need your social security number. All of this shit. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna take because see the Vision Goddess Tarot channel. My other channel got shut down. That's why. And a lot of people is just finding me again. So yeah. Uh but if you would like to book a personal reading, yeah, just go over there to my email and I got you. Uh all right. High Priestess. Me going into that big spiel, right? Who just High Priestess, you're about to make me cry. Thank you so much. I just gotta breathe, y'all. I think I'm fixing to have to step away for just a second, okay? Um, whoo, child. Thank you for that blessing. Thank you. Yes. High Priestess, I'm gonna be honest with you. My mother gave me a sign earlier and told me I was going that I had a blessing coming in. We had one huge blessing that come in, and you was the second one. And she was just like, you got this, right? I just want to say thank you very, very much. Okay, I knew that wasn't accurate. Okay. No, I was just checking something. I was like, hold up, that's so High Priestess, that could be very, very significant. Hey babies, welcome back. That could be very, very significant. Something's not accurate. There is something that's not adding up here. And I feel like your brother Joe, he knew this. Okay. Something in his heart and his soul, it just something the two and two wasn't making four. And they tried to put them up against each other. And then you were saying something about this court case. I feel like this court case is going to expose a lot more than they expected. A whole lot more. Thank you, thank you. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. And thank you guys for all the donations and subscribing and hitting the like button and the donations. Like, yes, greatly appreciate everybody's support. High Priestess, I just want to send you a lot of love, light, and healing. Kimberly, same thing to you. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Coleman, when I come back, I'm gonna pull some cards for you. Okay, y'all give me just 1 second. Hey y'all, thank you. Oh, I had to go out and sit outside for a minute. Okay. Hello, hello. What's up? What's up? Yeah, that's what's up. Okay, Coleman. You've been getting some downloads, and that 1111 is going to be very significant for you. Okay. Um, because I notice you always send 1111, right? That's going to be very, very significant. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Y'all, and I appreciate y'all recognizing the hard work and, me coming with the content and trying to be consistent with it. And I've been trying to come with more lives and staying a lot longer, okay? Because I know that helps a lot, okay? And just studying, bringing you insight, things like that. Y'all know I'm very passionate about what I do. And yeah, I just this is what I love to do. I love to teach, I love to help, I love to heal, and I just want everybody to find a sense of peace through this emotional time and all the things that the world is going through right now. And sometimes, we just need somebody to say, "Hey, you know what? Today's going to be a good day." And that might change your whole perspective, right? You just never know how you could change somebody's day. Um and I just love coming here, and they keep trying to push me off and push me off. But y'all listen, that y'all know they can't hold VG down, okay? Because we all on this journey together, okay? Listen, now we gonna keep our hands and feet in the ride, okay? And that could be very, very significant for you, where you have kept your hands and feet in the ride, Coleman. You've been paying attention to the signs and symbolisms, okay? And now you're stepping into this Aries energy and taking action and really looking within and saying, okay, what is it that I'm going to focus on, and what is it that don't even need my energy right now? Okay. Yeah, taking authority back over your life. um I heard nonsense with communication and things like this, right? There could be a Cancer from your south node here, okay? That is in the community, that's doing some things, or somebody that's in this Cancer energy that's emotional, and they need to go heal their emotional trauma, and they could be projecting this onto you, okay? Yeah, and it's not no illusion, because this person is not nurturing, okay? They try to come off like they're nurturing, but that's not the case. And the scales is going to be balanced here. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Activation. There's an activation here with this Libra in reverse. That's giving me um somebody here that they're way off balance and they feel like they're untouchable. Yes, this person feels like they're untouchable to the justice system. Okay, well, thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Thank you. Look, y'all just showing up. That matters, right? Thank you for the support. Um, this is like somebody that feels like they're just untouchable. They don't have to. They're like, no. And this could be somebody they know that they got people in the justice system, but these people are losing their jobs. They're losing their resources. So now this person is losing all the way around. So you just have to keep hope and keep taking action in a different direction, okay? Y'all, that's really, really important right now. I can resonate with that karmic ass Virgo. Yeah, I sure can, because I know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Some relationships. You're looking at close. You're looking at something close relationships. Okay. Um. South Note. And it's like I don't want nothing from there. Like that's nothing that's gonna make me happy. Family, friends, lovers, business, whatever this relationship represents, right? It's like no, I'm good. Okay. Cause see now you become a mystery and people don't got strength because you done got clarity and now you're moving different. Now everything's expanding for you. And it's like, hold on, what's going on here? Look, my nose is itching. That's confirmation, right? It's like, wow. Okay. Now people don't know what to think because now their money, their Jupiter abundance is being affected. Because collective, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Anybody that's trying to affect your money, your business, your movement, your home, all of this stuff, um, this is what's being affected in their own life. And they don't get this. They think that everything's gonna stay the same. Y'all, we got certain planets that has not been in certain placements since the 1800s, like Neptune and Aries. This is rocking some shit. Okay, I'm gonna look this up and I want to give y'all a little. Tell me about Neptune and Aries. Y'all ready for this? Neptune and Aries, a 14-year transit that began in 2025, brings unique blends of dreamy, spiritual Neptune energy with the bold actions energy of Aries. So wherever you have Aries in your chart, that's where you're going to take this bold action, right? This combination is unlikely anything experienced before, shifting the focus from passionate imagination as it's in Pisces to instead of you dreaming about it, you're actually going to take the action and you're going to do this, right? Because I just said Aries action. See what I'm saying? The activation participation in creating a new reality, new beginnings, self-discovery, taking action, shift of focus from passion to active and activating this action, passion, urgency, spiritual renaissance. Okay, this could be with arts and renewal, sense of purpose, personal levels, collective level, and symbolisms of a huge shift. Okay. So that's really, really important. So for my Aries out there, or you have Aries placements, there could be a fire that's lit within you that you're taking action and you're doing what you need to do. This is a personal here. It's a mini read. But you see what I'm saying? And also there's some collective information that you can get as well from this. But with this placement here has been since 1800s, since Neptune has been in Aries. Okay, so this is the planet of illusions and of you taking action. Are you dreaming about something, or are you ready to take action? Because this placement here is going to push you to take action on something here that you're doing here. And then we had the full moon in Scorpio, which is got you purging all that emotional trauma and all of this other things, right? And a lot of people saying, VG, I'm crying. I'm emotional. I don't know what to do. Keep crying. Keep purging. See, because you got to feel it to heal it. So that's really, really important. So what is it here that is irritating you? You see what I'm saying? What is it here that's making you feel like you're about to bust on the inside? I need you to look at that. Okay? Because that can be that trauma that people's been using, the people pleasing, the trauma bonding, the gaslighting, the empty promises, the Indian giving. Mm-hmm. Have y'all ever heard of an Indian giver? It's a down south thing. Yeah. So an Indian giver is somebody that gives you something and takes it back. And see, that could be very, very significant, Coleman. Somebody promised you something and they took it back. They made a deal and they took it back. See what I'm saying? So now with this Neptune going in Aries, now you're taking action. And you're saying, don't be trying to sell me no wooden nickel, bitch, because I'm not finna take your fucking wooden nickel, because I know that's what it is. You don't got no gold pinnacle that you trying to give me. You trying to give me a wooden nickel. Something about this, right? Yeah. So oh yeah. But see, that's not unconditional love. That's love with conditions. Family, friends, co-workers, bosses. That's like them telling you, well, listen, we need you to work these shifts here, and we're gonna give you a raise, and we're gonna do this. Nah, motherfucker, that's a wooden nickel you gonna give me. You want to get all this work out of me, and then all of a sudden they come in after you done worked 15 days straight saying, well, so we got a problem. We're gonna have to lay everybody off, and you probably won't get a call back. And you're sitting here saying, what? Now I gotta go find another job? Like, what just happened here? Y'all, these are the type of people right now that are under harsh judgment, because that's what they do. They come in, spin an illusion, and then they want to come back and take it back and like, oh, no, listen, I'm going to go over here and do this. What just happened here? Yeah. So now they done planted that seed with you, like everybody's like that. So say this was you as a child. You was always promised certain things, or in a relationship, right? Like I was telling y'all the other day, I always wanted to go to the Olive Garden, and this person always promised that we would go, but there was always something more important, right? So I held on to that promise for so long, and finally one day I'm like, why the fuck can't we just go to the fucking Olive Garden? Why we always gotta wait for it? Like, so you know what that taught me in that past relationship? Bitch, I'm going to the Olive Garden, with or without anybody. I'm going, right? My husband knows that's my favorite restaurant. So when we have something to celebrate, that's the first thing he says. He says, babe, come on, let's go to the Olive Garden, right? That's important. It be the small things that's important, you know, or bringing in flowers on a Wednesday. It ain't got to be a Valentine's Day or a Mother's Day or my birthday. You know what I'm saying? Just bringing in flowers just because. Yeah. Yes. I was just telling a client about that the other day, Coleman. I swear I was like, romantic scammer. They will come in, try to romance you, and do all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but they never, you always got to give to them. They're just a taker. They don't never give back, right? Yes. And it's just, and y'all, and you know, if this was like something done as a child to you, this is something that emotionally damaged you, because they would always promise you things, but they would never come through. And then the other parent, this day and time, now you're taking the beating because this other parent never showed up. Okay. And now all of a sudden this other parent showed up out of nowhere. And now they're like, oh, that's my daddy. That's my mommy. That's my grandparent. That's this. That. You see what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden you're the bad guy because this person was never, ever around, because you was there all the time. And now they show up Okay, like I used to call one of the people a Disneyland dad. The Disneyland dad would show up and take them to the extravagant places and go take them on shopping sprees and baby, I'm tired. Okay, listen. Oh, you coming to get the kids? Cool. Okay, cause baby, I'm tired. I don't work 2 jobs, 2 different shifts. The house still got to be cleaned. Their clothes still got to be washed before they go to school on Monday. And I might have to pull another shift in the morning. And then here comes Disneyland dad, like, oh well, yeah, I'm gonna pick them up, and then all of a sudden, guess what happens? You got another shift to work tomorrow. You done pulled a double. You're tired. You're over here hanging and washing clothes and cooking dinner, trying to get everybody together. And they're over here running around the house happy than a motherfucker that this person who keeps selling them a dream that don't never show up. Y'all see what I'm saying? That's emotional trauma. Yes. It's emotional trauma. Yeah. Disneyland parent. That's what they are. And then after then, oh man, 15 years later, or 10 years later, or 7 years later, or 8 years later, here they show up. And baby, they can't do nothing wrong because they have emotionally abused this child so much. Oh, so much. And this could have been you as a child, right? And it's like you're sitting here and you're just hoping and praying in your heart that they don't let them down again. You're just hoping and praying they don't let them down again because it's like, what am I going to do? Just don't let them down again. And now all of a sudden, everybody's up against you. Everybody's that now you're the bad parent when you was there from the first day. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't just run out and leave. You had to be there. And it's like now you're sitting back and now you done threw the towel in with the situation, right? Maybe even with your own parents. You're like, I cannot do this with y'all. Like, nope, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? And now everybody's shocked because you're sitting here and you're done fighting. When you know that you're not good enough and in their eyes and all of this stuff, yeah, that's why you're here tonight. You get tired. You're done. Cause y'all, can I tell you something? My abuser, this sorry son of a bitch. Okay, I'm just gonna say it how I want to say it. Uh, that's what he did. He always empty promises. Yep, we're gonna do this. Yep, you can have this. Yep, you can do this. Yep, you can. And then whenever I would accomplish something, I would come in and I'd be like, like I would come in and I was like, I finished my book. Well, I don't know why you did that for. That's not gonna sell. That's so stupid. Why would you do that for? Y'all, and this is the one person, my father, in my life, I always wanted to make proud. But how can I make somebody proud that don't even love their self? How? And it's like, I come in and I told him, Dad, I built me a YouTube channel, like I'm doing really great. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what are you doing? Oh, you don't need to be online. You need to go shut that down. It was never, baby, I'm so proud of you. I come in and tell him about my sobriety. I've been sober this many years. Blah. Never, not once, collective, has this man looked at me and said, I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you doing what you need to do. And, and I just like, I looked at him and I was like, you just can't say it, can you? You just can't never tell me how proud of me that you are, no matter the accomplishments. And I was just begging and begging and begging for this sorry piece of shit to love me that never loved itself. It's always empty promises. Always, Yeah, well, I don't know. We gonna have to see. See what I'm saying? It's just the only time that he come through that I noticed when it was beneficial for his fucking ass. That's the only time he come through. When he was getting something out of the deal. Mm-hmm. So then all of a sudden I just released it and I was like, well, I guess I ain't gonna be good enough for this son of a bitch. Okay, whatever. Then I stopped worrying about it. And I released his ass and I'm just like, you know what, God, please take over him because you know what, he needs you. Because he is a piece of work. Because y'all remember how when I first started this, they programmed you to protect them. But the big secret was he didn't want me to know who my real mother is. That's what all this is about. That's what all this is about. That's why I didn't need to be on the YouTube. That's why I didn't need to be on the internet. That's why I never needed to write a book. That's why I needed to stay in his box and he needed to be right next to me because of his secret. And it's like, oh, but y'all want to know what's so wild? Is everybody around me knew the secret too? Everybody around me knew the secret too. And I'm like, what just happened here? Like, all y'all knew? Y'all knew that wasn't my mama and my real mama somewhere else? Like, what's going on here? Now I understand all his actions and all the empty promises and why my success is tearing his ass up right now. He's so angry and he's mad and he's still trying to do shit. As long as it benefits them, they'll always be okay. That's why I say, like, if somebody says they love you, they'll never put you in a position to sacrifice you. Now let's talk about a sacrifice, right? Say you're with somebody, a partner, okay? And y'all are going through hard times. And you look at your person and you're like, well, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna help do this, do that, right? When your person sends you to the streets and they don't give a fuck about your well-being or whatever, they don't love you. Because if somebody wants to send you to the streets, they're pretty much saying fuck you. If they're feeding your addiction and they're offering you alcohol, they're offering you drugs, they're offering you whatever the case may be, right? So it's like, how do you say you love me, but you know that I've been addicted to pain pills, and then you walk in here and be like, I got a perk 10. You need this? I know your back's probably hurting. They don't love you. If your girl or your guy will send you to the streets to go pick up a pack to go make money because they don't want to get up and go get a 9 to 5, they're sacrificing you. Because guess what's gonna happen? when you call home, oh, this call has been monitored and recorded. They might be sitting over there with your homie. You be sitting here like, what the fuck just happened here? Okay? Family members. They calling you and they know that's a hot check that's in one of the family members' names, but they need you to go in and cash it. Why would you go do it? Why are you calling and asking me? Or this is a better one. The family, you was the black sheep. Now all of a sudden something done happen, and now here we are. Oh, we need you. We need you to come over here. We need you to do this. And Yeah. Y'all, I didn't realize what a sacrifice was. Whenever I first got here to Tarot Land, I would hear the readers talk about they made you a sacrifice. I'm like, what does that mean? My whole life, I've been my family's sacrifice. Somebody sacrificed the whole time. Didn't realize it. Because see, what that big heart gets you, and being an empath, and being that people pleaser, and you always want to run in and save people. Two Mother's Day ago. Okay, two years ago on Mother's Day. About a week before Mother's Day, my daughter that comes in here, she called me. And she's crying, and she's like, Mom, I really need you to come, and I need to get this car. So I'm like, okay, just calm down. Like, come to the house. Tomorrow we'll go car shopping, right? We went to a couple lots. She got turned down. We went to another lot, and I put a down payment down for her for a car. Her birthday was coming up on the 13th. Okay, y'all ready for this? I get a screenshot from Facebook on Mother's Day of my daughter tagging every woman besides me. And she went all over social media and told everybody how I was a sorry piece of shit, and I was never there for her. I was never this. I was never that. Y'all, that sword that got put in my back, I know I ain't been perfect. But can I tell you something? From the day that I gave birth to that little girl, I have always sacrificed. I protected her even whenever the circumstances could have came and shook my whole life. I moved her out of town to get her away from people that was trying to do horrible things to her. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes our kids don't realize the sacrifice we make. Y'all moved to a town that I didn't know. I only knew one or two people there. I didn't know fucking nobody, right? All because I was concerned about her safety. And like I said, I ain't been perfect. But damn, that was a harsh blow. And always, I'm getting people, sending me messages and things like this, and letting me know what's going on. I don't have to be on your social media. I don't have to be around you in your friend group to know what the fuck is going on. I'd already done been snaked multiple times. But when my daughter called, she needed a ride to go to work and make a living. Regardless of the backstab, the betrayal, guess what? Oh, Gullible Gum's mama did. She takes her to the lot and goes over there and, yep. Let me just go on over here and swipe my credit card. Being disrespected the whole time that I'm at the car lot with her. And I'm just over here and I'm like, the audacity. But I still forgive. I ain't emotional. At this point, I'm concerned. Because if you're walking around in life and you're doing people like this, don't be playing victim of circumstances that you created because somebody don't want you in their life or they don't want you in their household. And the only access that you have to me is this channel. Yeah, I said what I said. Because see, I can admit that I'm not perfect. Can any of y'all in the background that comes over here and watches and y'all's life is so perfect and you've never had any kind of discrepancies and blah, 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 blah? You're living in an illusion. You got to be careful who you backstab, betray. Because tomorrow, that could be the only motherfucker that's feeding your ass. And y'all still be out here doing people like this. And then y'all want to be upset when folks are sitting here saying, no, you not finna come in and do that shit. Yeah. Can I tell y'all something? I feel like today, that's why after the warlock done what he doing just a little bit ago, yeah, my father, okay, or whatever you want to call him. Anyways, I can't help this. I feel like that's why I skipped the day because Spirit already seen this day coming. That's why whenever I come on here today, I said, Happy Friday, y'all. Because guess what? Thursday was a fuck day. It was some bullshit. Okay. And y'all want to know something else? After that betrayal on with the whole card thing and then Mother's Day and everything, do you know I got a Cash App request and said we can rekindle our relationship for $100. So you're telling me that our relationship is worth $100? What? Our relationship is based on money? Okay. And then she showed up here. That's why I said whenever I first started this chat, y'all, Audacity's been given out for free. It's been given out for free because I'm just sitting over here shaking my head. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm it's sad because my child is so traumatized because she's watched her father do horrible things to me. And she suppressed it. And now she worships the ground that he walks on. And he's a narcissistic, crazy psycho. And he plays mind games. And it's just sad because it's like, you know how many beatings I took for my children so he wouldn't beat them? Yeah, that part. I remember one time he was on top of me beating me and she jumped on his back when she was 5 years old and she tried to claw his eyes out and he slung her down the hallway. And I come up off that floor like Incredible Hulk on his ass. I have had to fight, physical fights, to make sure that my kids were safe. That's why I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, don't stay in situations because you got kids with somebody. Stop protecting these abusers and speak up because this is what it does to the children. Because her mind is so gone, she don't even realize she done blocked out all the trauma and all the shit she seen me go through. Because guess what? He was the Disneyland dad. He'd show up and he'd do this and then he'd run off and leave again and go choose another woman and her kid and then run off and leave again. You see what I'm saying? It's trauma. And y'all, it's sickening. And now she's wrapped up in this narcissistic web over here, and I can't save her. I can't save her because for what? What's the point? Every time I try to go back to help, try to be there, try to love and do things, it's another betrayal. Thank you. I appreciate that. But that's why I be on y'all's ass. I be telling y'all, listen, these kids get affected. And it's just trauma. That's what it is. Once she wakes up out of all this trauma, she's finna be like, Mom, what the fuck happened? But she got to wake up on her own. See what I'm saying? Y'all, it's just, you cannot keep giving energy to these situations, people, places, and things, and giving hope and all of this shit, wasting your time When at the end of the day, what's the fucking point? What's the point? That's why I tell my recovering addicts, stop getting clean for your family and your friends and your kids and everything else. Shall this, and 9 times out of 10, you'll fuck around and start using again if you got clean for them. Cause just imagine if VG would have went and got myself clean for my kids, and then all of a sudden this happened on Mother's Day. Guess where I'm gonna end up? In somebody's bar, in somebody's bottle, at the dope house, talking about shit. I need to I need to get high. Cause see, I went over there and I got myself together for them, thought I was doing this for them, and they don't even care. Stop doing shit for everybody else and do it for yourself. Because at the end of the day, they're not going to clap for you. They're going to go over and sit with the same people that was backstabbing, betraying you, and lying and all this other shit. Okay, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, they're really not this, they're really not that, blah, blah, blah. How you know what I'm doing? You're just upset because I won't let you sit at my table anymore, and I'm not going to let you backstab, betray me, or lie on me, or treat me any kind of way. You see what I'm saying? Y'all, I'm not speaking from emotions. I'm speaking facts. I was just telling my husband that a lot of people think that I'm coming from an emotional response. No, I'm not. It's just I have healed snakes back to health when they really, and I could not see my daughter out there without no job and without no car. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my daughter. I want to make sure she's good, regardless if she's mad and she's over here fucking entertaining the circus. Like, I want to still make sure you fucking eat. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, nah, spirit's like, gotta let her fall. She gotta fall. Fate's first. Gotta fall. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, don't let people use your emotions against you just because that's your family, that's your friends, that's your sibling, that's a job that you've been at 30 years. It's too much. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I know, right? Listen, child. That's why they always say, like, put your family. How do you do that? How before yourself? How do you pour from an empty cup? Staying drained all the time and not taking care of yourself. You see what I'm saying? And you're right. We all have a story. But I'm just a fucking warrior and I'm a survivor. I done got through all this shit. My kid's grown now. I'm sitting over here and I'm like, yeah, you're grown. You better figure it out. You remember all them skills I taught your ass back then? You better dig deep, okay? It's time to dig through that trauma. You see, mama's transforming. Okay, I took accountability for my actions. I knew that I wasn't always right and I wasn't always in a good place. But at the same time, I had to recognize why I was always pushing my divine masculine energy, taking care of everything and everybody else's needs and things like this, right? I didn't know what self care was. What the hell? I was always people pleasing. The his, mine, theirs, and ours. That's why I tell my single moms out here, single dads, my hat's off to you. Like, that's the hardest job you would ever have in life, is being a single parent, because you're playing both roles. Because there is one that's never ever consistent, and then you always find yourself being the bad guy because the first half of their life you was the consistent one, and now here they come and they're like, oh well, now I want to be a parent. Hey, can I be a parent now? And you're sitting over here and you're like, you don't even know your child. Like, what do you mean you want to be a parent now? How many of my divine feminine, divine masculines been through that? And you're sitting here, you're like, what you mean? Then all of a sudden you don't find yourself in court. And now, I remember the first one, he didn't even know the pediatrician. He didn't know what the child was allergic to or nothing. Like sitting there, and this motherfucker with like a deer in the headlights. Like, well, a pediatrician. What do you mean? Yeah, the doctor, the baby doctor, where you take the child to. He didn't even know. He didn't know what his child's favorite food was. He didn't know anything. See what I mean? Because when the child went everywhere else. You see what I'm saying? Just because somebody is saying they're there, are they really there? Or is your child being shipped off to somewhere else that you don't even know? And then that's whenever problems really get sticky, right? Because then the child comes back and say, oh, I went over to my aunt and uncle's house. And you're like, what do you mean? You were supposed to be over there with your dad or your mom. Like, what do you mean you went to y'all see what I'm saying? So then you're asking all these questions. Now all of a sudden you become the problem. Now all of a sudden it's like, why are they talking about they've been over here at this place all weekend? Now you're like, okay. Now at this point you're asking too many questions. Now you're the problem. Now you're this. Oh, now you're not a fit parent. Now no. Whole time, y'all, these people are bringing children to their house that they don't even know. They don't know them. They don't get them, right? The only reason they did it was to hurt the other parent, right? So now here we are in 2025. How many of y'all lived in a household like that where you literally was jerked out of a parent's arms and brought over here with a parent that didn't give a fuck, didn't care nothing about you, right? And it's like, so now you're a grown adult and now you have children. How do you cope with that? Now you're very protective of your children. You don't want to let them go anywhere. You want them to be close to you because you're afraid that somebody's going to hurt them, touch them. You want to know why? Because that shit was done to you. You don't want to let them go over there to certain family members' house because you know that Chester, the child molester, lives there and they're going to have a family event and you're like, and now all of a sudden you're a problem because they're like, shh. You do not talk about them. And you're like, no, fuck them. Me and my kids are not coming. And now all of a sudden, here you go. Yeah, we need to come in. We need to talk. You're like, for what? Why do you need to come over and talk to me? But collective, because you have the voice to stand up, now all of a sudden you're the problem. No, I'm not the problem. I'm the fucking solution because it stops with me. Generational curse breakers. You know? So it's like, exactly. That's a good question, High Priestess. Who taught her how to do dark magic? Y'all, some of these people over here, they've been dibbling and dabbling in this darkness for a very, very long time. But they just mask it as something else. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm going over here to this Tupperware party. Y'all remember we was talking about that? I'm going to this Tupperware party. No, they was going over there sitting in a circle with the Ouija board over there with the occult and gathering up and conjuring spirits and look, confirmation. All of this shit. And the whole time you think they're going to a Tupperware party. Okay, listen now. Yeah. It's very strange. And then like when you bring up certain things about the past, have you noticed that their recollection and yours is totally different? It's like, I pay attention now. Then all of a sudden they start treating you different. You see what I'm saying? And you're like, why all of a sudden don't you want to talk to me? Because you brought up some kind of ritual that they was a part of, and now they ass is cursed, and now they over here and they don't know what to do because they've been running from this occult the whole time. A lot of us are getting karma for what our parents done or what they was involved in, right? Don't nobody want to talk about that though. You are over here and you're breaking generational curses in the family that somebody started 5 generations ago. Like, I come from a family of addicts and child molesters, predators, okay, and kidnappers, and alcoholics. So it's like that's what these people's been getting away with this though. Like, that's what they do. So when I get on here and I start talking about certain things, people's like, oh my gosh, why is she talking about that? Because I've lived through it. Yeah, been there. And don't nobody want to talk about it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's don't worry about don't worry about it, dear. What is it that you need, honey? Because you need some help because you coming back in here. Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you. And see, that's the thing is like, spirit, your beloved ancestors pass the torch down to you because let's just be clear. How many of y'all are like me? Like, they try to do a shut up spell on me. As a child, I was always told to shut up. Okay. So now as an adult, I'm not shutting up. You ain't finna shut me up. I don't care. Like, what are you gonna do? You done everything possible to me. How are you gonna hurt me at any point now? Y'all broke me as a child. How you gonna break me again? Because guess what? I put my pieces back together, and now I'm sitting here saying, so y'all gonna take accountability for what's going on here? That's exactly right. And now everybody's sitting here, and that's why I'm like, well, you said I'm still in love with my ex. He said, I'm still in love with my ex. It's been what feels like a long journey. He's immature to me. But okay. Are you ready for the truth? Leave his sorry ass alone. Stop letting him play with your emotions. Stop. Cry it out. Scream it out to the universe, whatever you need to do. Do not chase somebody. Let me tell you something. Twin flame, divine masculine, soulmate. If somebody wants to be with you, baby, they gonna come and be with you and they gonna do the right thing. That you're not gonna have to beat them, beg them, scream, cry, none of that shit. They're just gonna do it. That's it. You is with somebody that's an opportunist. This is a womanizer. This is somebody here. The only time that he keeps coming back to you, love, is because he knows that you're sitting there waiting. Okay, babies, that's fine. Because he takes advantage of that. You can love somebody so much that you forget about loving yourself. Okay? And I wasn't trying to be hard on you earlier. I want to apologize about that. I was not trying to be hard. Okay? I just get a little frustrated because I have a lot of people that come through this chat and they interrupt and they are disrespectful when I'm trying, like when somebody has paid, they're being disrespectful and saying just awful things and trying to get in the way when I'm trying to give somebody else clarity. And, you know, it pisses me off because I get real mad about that because I try to help everybody, and I have been taken advantage of in the past. And, you come back and, listen, baby, okay, love don't hurt you. Love don't make you chase them around. Love don't do nothing but feel good, growth, evolving. It's one thing like if you and your person's just going through something and you just y'all are kind of giving each other your space, but it's another when somebody is just constantly doing something to purposely hurt you and do things like that. Thank you. You see what I'm saying? I remember being just like you. Just always holding on to hope. Like I just know that this person is gonna change. I just know that they're gonna get themselves together. But I don't know if you and this person's got children together or not. But how many of my divine feminines, divine masculines, have you sit there and like was hoping and wishing that this person would get their life together for the child? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, are they ever gonna get themselves together? My oldest son, he told me, he said, Mama, I knew that you was always gonna get clean and you was always gonna get yourself together. He said, I just always prayed to God. He said, and then I watched God fix you. And y'all, that shit right there, whew, that was powerful. Because me and him grew up together. Like he was the child who seen all types of shit and had to go through all this shit, and it was just horrible, right? And he told me, he said, I'm not mad at you. He said, it's okay. He said, I just knew that you was gonna get better. He said, and it is what it is. And y'all, that's powerful. It is. And he respects the fact that I did it for myself. Because he wanted me to do it for myself. Not for him, not for his brother or sister, not for nobody else. He wanted me to do it for myself. And y'all, that's really important. You do things for yourself. Because guess what? People gonna recognize. They're gonna see it. And you're gonna shine a light that somebody needs. You know what I'm saying? And you just never know. That portion of your story is what it is. And also, y'all, these seeds and these belief systems that we have been planted in. Now, I'm going to say this. How is your mother or your father's relationship? Why do you keep finding yourself attracting these type of people, right? Was there a father missing? Do you got daddy issues? Or is there a mother issue here? Like, you feel like that you need this validation of this man so much, or was there narcissistic parents involved? You have to start asking your questions to yourself and doing that self-reflection. Why I keep going back to this? Okay. All right. So the first man that you, or any man that shows you attention, shows you love, you automatically go to them because you felt abandoned by mom and dad. And you probably have a mindset that it's okay if he goes and gets high every now and then because mom and dad did. Okay. So it's a good thing that you're here because now you're learning the lessons very young. See, mom and dad had their drug issues coping mechanisms, right? Okay, so you see what I'm saying? I'm fixing to go in depth with you, okay? Mom and dad had coping mechanisms because of their childhood wounds. They was raised in a household where it was okay. They seen somebody else doing that, right? So see, that's because see, you want to be careful so you don't fall into mom and dad's routine. You want to make sure that you don't fall into their routine. Because see, when you come from a background like that, it becomes normal. You think that it's okay to go into the liquor store or call the dope man or pop a pill because that's what you've seen. You've seen everybody around you doing it. And it's like, well, they do it. I mean, I can go in the store and I can buy me a bottle and I can go over here and I can go to Margaritaville and do this. But you're not realizing the poison that you're putting into your body. You're not realizing first it starts out as a coping mechanism, then it becomes a physical addiction. And now you're over here. Now you're codependent on whatever it is over here, right? So that coping mechanism now is done turned into a physical poison that you got to put in your body every day to cope with the world, cope with your emotions, things like this. So you start this at a young age, like I did. I started when I was 13. Find yourself 30 something years old saying, I didn't realize that I've been doing this shit for this long, right? Because time gets by you. You don't realize the road that you have paved for yourself. And then you're around people who is doing the same thing. So now you got to remove yourself from people, places, and things that ain't no good for you. If you want to stop, then you got to be the one to take this bull by the horns and say, okay, I'm going to break this generational curse. Well, I'm going to say this, right? No, it's okay. Listen, the first step is to admitting, instead of going, hey, babies, how you been, Miss Lady? Instead of going and smoking, sit and cry. Feel them emotions. Release that person and go on. Don't open that door to, it's been a bad day, so I need to go smoke. Or it's been a bad day, I need to go have a drink. No, I need you to feel that shit. I need you to feel them emotions. I need you to dig deep down in there. See, that's a good thing. Because see, what happens is you find yourself now every day, that's what it's going to be. Man, I got to go over here. I got to smoke, man. I can't deal with this. That's called a coping mechanism, baby. That's not good. And you're so young, you don't need to fall into that right there. Okay? You don't want to fall into none of that. And see, this is the thing here. Okay? That's exactly right. So y'all see how it's up to you to break the cycle. Go find you something positive to do. Okay, go do yoga. Go do some meditation. Go take you go out there and go near the pool. Okay, uh, go for a jog. Go get you a Planet Fitness fucking damn membership. Okay, go to the YMCA. Go sign up for some kind of sport. find something positive to do, right? Instead of going and doing this. Y'all, this right here is what I'm talking about. We got to save our kids. This child is in here 16. Why don't you try to sign up for something at school? The book club, the softball team. You're not bipolar. That's just what they want to tell you. Baby, you're just feeling your emotions. You said you're homeschooled? Okay. Well, go sign up. Go to the community center. Get out of the house. Get off Snapchat. Get off YouTube. Get off Facebook. Get off TikTok. Okay? Pull yourself away from the internet. Go outside. And not fall into what your parents doing. You got this. And you're more than welcome to come back here and talk to us. Because guess what? We're all here for you. Because we used to be 16, just like you. Do you feel like somebody's locking you in the house? Because if we need to send help, we will. I'm just saying. Okay? Well, there's a problem here because you got access to drugs and you're 16. Whose care are you in? Okay, all families are having a rough patch, but you shouldn't have access to drugs. Something's wrong with this picture. See what I'm saying? You know, I used to say that too. I used to say that too. I ain't find it outside, baby. Somebody gave that to me. Somebody gave that to me. I just wasn't telling on them. Y'all, why is it when I come on third shift we have these type of situations? If y'all been with me for a while, when we have third shift, yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's something here that ain't good. Okay, now see, there we go. Honesty. Let me tell you something. Come in here and be transparent with me. Don't lie to me, okay? Because, see, I know. You didn't find it out there on the corner. Ain't nobody dropping drugs these days just on the corner, okay? So, now guess what? I'm going to say this to you. That ain't a friend, because if they're going to give you drugs, then you don't need to be around them. How do you know what's in that cart that you're smoking? You don't. Baby child, listen to me. Because you are being abused. It don't necessarily have to be from your parents. It could be from your friends, right? You said your friend gave you that card. You're 16. What are we doing here? You got a whole life ahead of you to be in love and everything else. Baby, you need to be filling out college applications, going and just living your life, going to the skating rink, having a good time, child. Listen now. Yeah, my husband said it correctly. Why do you got a boyfriend at 16 anyways? Can I tell you something? At the age of 17, I got pregnant and had a child. See what I'm saying? Better be careful. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. All right, who we got up next here? Ooh, yeah, I was 17 and had my first one. Child, listen, life will get your ass. Yeah, yeah. Life ain't even started life and yet at 16. I'm trying to tell you, Yvette. Listen, baby. Ooh, child, yes. Come on through. I wish I'm looking back and I'm like, if I could have changed some things. But you got to understand, listen, you come into a whole room full of adults that's been through things, and we trying to help the youth like yourself, okay? You said your daughter's 25? Gotcha. Not the COVID babies. Listen now. Go be a 16-year-old, okay? Listen, the society's teaching y'all that it's okay to run around and okay. Well, listen, I'm gonna wish you good luck and I hope everything works out for you, okay? Y'all, that was a grown woman sitting back there acting like a 16-year-old child. That's what that was. That was a grown woman acting like a 16-year-old little girl. I caught her comment when she said, "Girl, I'm over here." First of all, I'm not a girl. I'm a grown ass woman, and I'm trying to give you some advice. That was just somebody just trying to play. See, on my empathy, y'all see what I'm talking about? Y'all see what I'm talking about? They be trying to play on my empathy because see, I'm all about the youth and the young girls, and they need to be saved out here because that shit's not cool. Like then you, yeah, no, no, she's a grown woman that's in love with a man that don't want her, and she had to, yeah, she just was coming here acting. Yeah, I told you, Audacity's not on sale. They giving it away for free. That's what that is. Yes, 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 yes. You just never know, sis. No, that's not what I was picking up. That's why I kept her talking. Look, that just gave me cold chills. That's why I kept her talking for a minute. Yeah. Say what? Y'all, if y'all notice, I will do that. Like I'll talk to somebody because I want them to keep talking so I can recognize that energy. That was somebody that I felt like I knew outside of this. Like I was just keeping that person talking. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why I say collective, you gotta be careful who you're who you're extending a hand to, right? Because you never know who sent them in or what the intentions are. Um, you just it's very strange how you got to really watch some things these days, y'all. Listen now, I ain't even exaggerating. I'm like over here, like man. That's why, like, whenever people hit me up and they need some healing, they need some help. I need to make sure they serious and they just ain't coming in just trying to get them a damn energy, right? It's it's like okay, I would need to make sure that they're honest and this is what they're trying to do because I'm very serious about what I do, right? Hello, hello. Cause everybody don't want help, and that's what I had to understand. All right, so listen, y'all. I'm gonna say this. We ain't gonna do this in the chat, okay? We're here to learn. We're here to vibe, okay? And we don't need all this, cause listen, yeah, cause my husband gonna block everybody and report everybody. So I'm just saying. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. It's just y'all. It's just getting to a point where it's like, look, block and report, block and report. Do that, okay? Like if you're running like a platform or you post content, you just gotta block and report and just keep moving, okay? And not give this shit your energy because it's like people come in the chat and if we're offering our services, people are being disrespectful. Like they're coming through and doing this and doing that, or if I'm teaching a class and I'm teaching a lesson, or I'm explaining something about astrology and the charts, everybody's sitting here trying to learn. They got their pen and paper, they like, okay, VG, right? They don't realize that when they come in, it's like, okay, I studied for this and I've been working on this and I'm trying to tell the collective, certain things and help them get to where they need to be. Y'all, it gets real irritating. It is. It just, and I just be like, okay, y'all, I'm gonna step away from the camera. I'll be back, okay? Because sometimes it's just not the day, right? You're just like, phew, get the hell on somewhere. But the teacher has to have patience, right? And I think at some point, y'all, VG had too many patients. Yes, like it's yeah, it is. That's why I had to add more moderators. That's why I got my husband and the chosen one and Kim. Like and I've always got somebody that's there. You know what I'm saying? So they can be knocking these motherfuckers out of here because it's like, damn, you're stopping what we trying to do here. Okay. At first, I only had like one or two, and then they would fall off. But yeah, it's like okay. And then also I got Divine Jane too. So I got 4 moderators. They ready to come in and knock shit down so I can keep doing what I'm doing, right? Yes, you have to be 18 or older to be on this side of the damn internet. This is not for kids. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a grown woman acting like a child, acting like they need help. Well, if that's why I said, do I need to send somebody over there? Because if you need help, we're gonna send you help. You know, yeah. I'm not gonna refuse nobody help, but don't come over here playing around, acting like a 16-year-old, like somebody got you locked in the house, because that's exactly what that person said. Well, I'm homeschooled and I'm locked in the house. Okay, well, do we need to send somebody over there? Because we can. Yeah. Huh?
Water boys. Mama said, my mama said, mama said, yeah, it just be fine. It's fine. You remember on Water Boy when
Yeah.
kept saying, my mama said, my mama said, Vicky, I love Vicky. That's who that was.
Hold up, babe. Don't do it. Hold on. We got one. Okay, so listen. We got one. Hold on.
Oh, I want to see.
Hold on. We got one. Listen. Here we go. Look. The same reason that you act black. Okay, I need you to break this down. Okay, this is the intellect conversation. Okay, here we go. How do you act black? Okay, you're gonna explain this to the collective because I need somebody to answer this for me. Okay, how? Come on now. Because first of all, well, let me just go on and let you explain. The way that you talk, you feel me? Hey, White Witch. Long time no see. We got another one in here, okay? Come on in for the entertainment because this channel is for entertainment purposes only. And we have got Toby Price here.
With your 13 subscribers.
Yep, okay. And he is up next. Hold on, baby. Hold on. He is up next and he is going to tell me how you act black. Okay.
So, Reed Gordon, same question for you too, boy. Talking about, I just clicked on here. It's really funny, but I know what they're talking about. It's just because you're white and you sound black. You know, there's black people that talk that way. It sounds so good.
Well, first of all, see, here we are, okay? The judgment, right? I'm mixed. I'm not all Caucasian. Okay? First of all. Just because the skin tone looks white, okay, don't mean that I am. Okay? I'm from down south. This is just who I am. It's not an act. So that's why I need you to explain to me about acting. You don't know nothing about me. You're judging. So I'm just trying to figure out what just happened here. That's like my husband. He's black and Cuban and Native American. Oh, so now you was just messing around. Oh. I wanted you to answer my question. I was being serious. Because I have people come in here and say that all the time, and I'm like, how do you act? How do you what does that even mean? I need somebody to explain it to me. I see it on the internet all the time, and I need somebody to answer. Like, can you tell me?
No, you dick riding, boy. Garden, whatever you need. You dick riding, boy.
Okay, I didn't even see that one. But do y'all see what I did? I can't even get an answer.
Why you erase your comment? Reed Godwin, why you erase it, boy?
Hold on. Yeah. Hello, hello. Yeah. And y'all know, and look, you see how I just cleared that matter up that quick. Like, you assumed that I was a white woman, but you didn't know that I was mixed as well. So now you're just joking. Now you're not being serious. Okay. Yes, third shift. I forgot how a third shift be wilding, y'all. Listen now. I just want answers now. I'm not gonna argue. I want to talk about it. I'm like, can you tell me how that works? How do you act that way? Why do you feel that way? Like, now I'm asking questions. Now I'm gonna pick your brain, and I'm coming from a very intellect place, and I not emotional. I want to know. Yeah, it is. Because everybody wants to keep living in that crazy ass narrative. You know what I'm saying? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I need somebody to come clarify, verify that. Like, what I need some clarification. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's just very strange because like, yeah, when you're from down south, like, and then you go up north, or you go, to the west, everybody's culture is different. That's like going and speaking to a Spanish person. Why you talk that language for? Why you sound like that for?
I guess you gotta be like totally, dude. Like say like 20 goddamn times in one sentence.
I don't understand it, and it's like, what what's wrong with all of us being different? All of us was made different. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool that people can speak different languages, and I love learning about different cultures, and different foods, and you know um what's wrong with that? Like, let's all learn it together. Down south we do things different. We have catchphrases, and that's like my grandmama. You said you're from Tennessee, so you already know, and you live in Utah. Yeah, you get it all the time with the accent. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, and it's like that's. I guess that's why I really love spirituality because it's you can learn so many different things. You just have to be open minded. You know what I'm saying? That's like y'all listen. You know what's on my bucket list, and I ain't never mentioned this, not even to my husband. I want to go and I want to see a monk. Okay, I want them to teach me how to levitate. Okay, I want to learn that. I think that's awesome, right? So it's like one day I'm gonna go and I'm gonna be able to see somebody that's gonna teach me how to really, really levitate. And I know that now I'm getting balance for real, where I can learn how to do that. Cause I have found a sense of peace in my life that I could go out there to that retreat and sit and really, really tap in. Okay. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I think that it's awesome. That's like certain practitioners. I like watching them. I think that that's awesome that they can go and they can heal like that. Going to them spiritual retreats and working with herbal medicine and things like that. And these people are really getting results and they're coming out a better person. Like, I think that's awesome. And it could be because where a long time, like, I was told that you could depend on medicine, and medicine they got to give you five more because this medicine gonna give you cholesterol, this one gonna give you diarrhea, this one gonna give you a heart attack, this one here is gonna cause heart failure, and this one here is gonna cause just sugar diabetes. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta take one medicine out. Listen, that's too many fucking side effects. Okay, if I could go out here and pull some up out the damn woods over here, or the forest, and that sounds a little better for me, right? Um, Everybody's heart and soul ain't gonna resonate with living by the doctor. Yeah, they do. They got a pill for everything. Listen, for you to think, for you to shit, for you to piss, for you to have sex, for you to think about your love relationship and deal with your emotions, but they never want you to feel them. They want you to cope. They don't want you to get to the root of the problem. You see what I'm saying? So, like, if there is a way that we can learn to not have a coping mechanism and to get to the root of the problem, then we wouldn't need all of this stuff, right? But then that's gonna not put money in their pocket, right? Yeah, that's exactly right. You see a lot of people going off grid and living off the land and things like that and homeschooling their children. That's all protection if you look at that, right? They're going off the grid, teaching their own kids and teaching them how to live off the land. Yeah, that's really, really important because we live in a world full of sick, pedophile psychos, calculated psychos that have more money than they have sense, and they have more resources, and it's like year nine, don't nobody care how much money you have, they don't care how many resources you have. Like, people standing up and saying, no, I ain't sending my kids back to that school, I ain't giving them this, I'm not doing that, or I'm not going to be in this type of relationship, or I'm not going to work at this 9 to 5, no, I'm not going to be at that family event. A lot of people's learning to say no. You know what I'm saying? And it's like folks is kind of worried because a full sentence now is no. No. I said no. And they're like, what? What do you mean? Why you always associate the South with trailers and trailer parks? That, yeah, you're the second person that said that. Why do you always associate that with? with Southern people. Do you see though? They said in the movie. Do you see how they betray that? That's what I'm saying. It's a programming. Look, y'all. The other night, me and him was watching TV. Right? What was it? Tubi, babe. And it said programming will be right back on the bottom of the TV. It's a programming, right? That's like when you watch a movie about California. It's everybody riding skateboards and they're hippies and they live in beach houses and they're all rich. Do y'all see how the TV is programming people? Yeah. So then down south, that's what they're doing as well. They portray the South as trailer trash and this, and this. Mm-hmm. And it's just like what's what's going on here? But it's programming. It's where everybody's programmed to think. I think y'all need to come to the South, okay? Because like where I live at, a lot of people don't live in trailers. They live in houses, townhouses, and apartments. There's hardly any trailer parks around. Like this is I don't know who told y'all that because I'm over here like yeah. And then you look White Witch. It's funny because look, you said you grew up in a trailer, right? Living in a trailer. Okay, I did too. Now you go to a trailer lot and try to buy a trailer, it costs as much as a damn house does, or even more. No, I don't live in the Carolinas. But you see what I'm saying? Like these trailers cost 400,000, 300,000, 500,000, just like a house that's built on a foundation. Because I used to work for a mobile home company, and when they build that trailer, they build the foundation like they do a regular house. A lot of people don't know that, but they put bricks under that bitch, and they put certain things on there. Yeah, uh, all of that stuff, right? That house has to be put on a foundation whenever they put it on a piece of land. Because I used to work in the warehouse where they built them, and I used to I used to deliver them to the actual foundation. Um, and I've actually sat and watched a house be like a mobile home, which is called a modular home. Okay, they don't call them trailers; they call them modular homes. I've actually been a part of setting it up on its foundation, and they put the bricks under there, the siding up on there. Like once they get done, you cannot tell that it's actually a trailer. It's they call it a modular home, setting up on bricks. Yeah. But a lot of people don't know that. They just see a trailer and they're like, and the designers, I've been up there with them as well whenever they was designing them. You know what I'm saying? Like writing them out and the architect, right? And yeah, and it was so cool because like I seen it before they actually built it, and I was like, yeah, that right there is gonna sell. And y'all, they sent that house over to the show, and that was the top seller. And like it had the master bathroom was so cool because it had one of them big round tubs, like it almost looked like a soup bowl. The tub did, but it had a window, a big window next to it. Y'all, it was so beautiful. Yeah, they do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then it had the walk-in closets. Let me tell y'all something. Them houses are not easy to build. Child, a master bathroom will take you 6 hours to once they get done building it, getting it ready to go out. Just the master bathroom, because you got to figure all the work that goes into it. And y'all, it's super. Yeah, the stepping tubs. Yes, it's and yeah, it's got the bay windows and the walk-in closet, the his and her sinks. Yeah, they're absolutely amazing. Like, yeah, if you want something, yeah, for your family, buy a piece of land. Yeah, most definitely. Yes. Mm-hmm. And y'all know what the coolest part about it is when you are in that home, like the company I worked for, everything was hands on. Everything was built hands on, like the cabinets, the floors, everything from the top to the bottom of that house was somebody's creativity. And some of these people been working at this place for like 30, 40 years. And it was just so amazing just watching how this home went from just a 2x4 over here being put together all the way around the line. And you get to watch the process, and like these people are enjoying what they're doing. And I met a lot of great people at that company, and it was just so amazing because someone was like, I've been here 30 years. Like, I would never want to leave because that was their craft. I worked in the cabinet shop as well. I learned a lot of things like when I worked there about tools and building and measuring, like construction period, right? And it was pretty awesome. Hello, hello. That's why I was saying, like, if you ever get a chance to like go learn something, and it's always been something that you done as a child, because like I remember, y'all, I would play with Barbies, right? So I would always build this big amazing Barbie house out of damn boxes and shoe boxes, and y'all, I'm telling you. And then I was like, Dad, I need a Barbie house. Like, I want the Barbie dream house. I want the five stackable one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I noticed, like, I'd always make my furniture and do this. You think back as a child of things that you did. When I walked into that warehouse, that was what it was, almost like a Barbie factory. Like, I'm sitting and I'm watching like this house be built, and I'm like, man, this is cool. Like, I used to do this when I was a little girl, and now I can use the saw. Now I can use the drill. Now I can use the hammer, and you know what I'm saying? Like, now I could really put something together. You see what I'm saying? And I would be excited every single day to go to work. Yeah, and it's just amazing. And it was like when I worked there, like my inner child, she was so excited. I was so excited because I was like, that's cool. I'd go to a different department, and then I asked my boss, I'm like, well, can I go over there? And they're like, no, we need you over here. Yeah. Uh-huh. And I'm like, I want to go to this department. I want to learn how to do this and this and this. And they're like, well, okay, because y'all, by the time I left, I knew like 7 jobs, and I wanted to learn more. So when I got to the cabinet shop, I was really, really excited. And it was like my creative juices and me wanting to learn. I noticed that it really aggravated people around me, because they would only have to show me one time, and then I'm going over and I'm doing it myself. You see what? And it's like, that's why I tell people, like, go do something that's going to make you excited. So you don't need a vacation from, right? That's just like building a life. You don't need a vacation from it. Yeah. Okay, you ain't never done it before. Well, go learn the course. Like that is the whole thing. And that was what I was like, I'm standing there, I'm like, I ain't never done that before. Let me see how you do that. So then I took the drill and then I took the saw and I'm over here and I'm like, okay, so what else do I do? And they're like, you really just into this. And I'm like, yeah, what's the next step? What we gotta do? You know what I'm saying? So it was just really, really exciting to me. And that's what you want to find in life. You want to find things that have you really excited. So when you go, it don't feel like a yes, exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. It's like no, you don't feel like it's work. That's like when I come here, I don't feel like this is work. It's just natural to me, right? It's really important. I know my husband, I'm always trying to do something. I'm like, yep, let's do this and this and this and this. And he's like, okay, hold on. And it's just because I always like to be creative, with my hands and stuff. Yes. Oh, yeah, yeah. I played with Barbie dolls. I was a tomboy. I played in the creeks. I chased snakes. I told y'all about the big turtle that I saved out there in the damn middle of the road. Like, yeah, I was a little tomboy making mud pies and yeah, all kinds of stuff. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, because it's like when when we teach from life experience, it's way different. Like I could get up here every single day and read a book to you and say, okay, today we're going to learn how to read tarot. How can I really teach you how to read tarot? I can't. I always tell. I've had people say, "VG, can you do a class on reading tarot?" And I'm like, "Listen, guys, if you not if you ain't drawn to these cards, I don't know how to tell you to read them. I don't. There's certain decks that I get y'all. I don't vibe with them. I bought them, brought them home, and I ain't never showed you that damn tarot deck. You wanna know why? Cause I ain't connected to it. That's just not my that. I don't know. They just ain't mine. And it's like what message you're gonna get from it and what message the book's gonna tell me is gonna be two different things. So exactly, there it is. I don't know how to tell you how to do this. So you understand what I'm saying. Cause like, okay, to other people, okay, right? You got the devil card, right? They're like, this is a Capricorn. To me, I'm getting this is somebody that's obsessed, that doesn't have no patience, and that is using a controlling mechanism right now for somebody's life. So they can't get justice. You see how different what the energies are? I can't teach you how to. So I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say, yeah, VG could teach you how to read tarot. I'm not good because I can't. I don't know how to teach you how to do this. I just feel like if it's for you, you're gonna be able to do it, right? Because everybody got different gifts. Because sometimes I don't even need cards. I can just give you a message, right? Because reading energy, being a seer, what clears do you have open? What's not? I don't know, right? That's for you to use your discernment. Yes, it is. Yes, yes, yes. That's why, like, I think it's super cool when people make their own tarot decks. I think that's absolutely amazing. Y'all, there's this one guy, I can't remember his name. Um, he made little Play-Doh clay people and represented the tarot. Y'all, I thought that was so fucking cool. I was like, man, that is awesome. And if somebody can sit and make a some cards, I think that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? I find certain things really cool where other people will find it weird, but it takes hella patience to sit there and make it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and do that. What's going on, Heather? I got two questions for $10. Or I could do a $20 mini read for you. Hello, hello. Yeah. Hey, y'all. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, y'all, I just think that it's cool. Like when somebody's like, I made this deck and this deck and this deck, like y'all, that's amazing. Like, and look, for my people out there, listen, we need to make I need somebody to invest in this and make a divine masculine childhood healing deck. Okay? And a divine feminine childhood healing deck. That's what at least I was thinking about doing with index cards, you know what I'm saying? But I need it from a masculine's perspective, right? I can't tell you divine masculine's childhood wounds, but there is a man out here that can do this, right? That can make this deck that is going to help. But yeah, I can do it for divine feminine, right? But I need to find somebody that is willing to do it for divine masculine. And we got masculine tarot readers out here. I know my husband, yeah. And y'all, he's lefty. My husband's a lefty too. He's very creative. He's got beautiful, beautiful handwriting. You see what I'm saying? Dude, or yeah, my husband, yeah, But see, his would be the street divine masculine hood deck, so he could tell you from the street perspective. But do you know how many people that'll help though, who come from the streets, like that would help them. Do you see what I'm saying? Like we could get really, really creative with this. Yes, we got the T deck. Yes, we got the karmic side piece cheek deck. Let's talk about childhood healing, right? Yeah, the hood deck. You know what I'm saying? The divine masculine from the streets hood deck, childhood healing. That would be very interesting because our masculines from the streets are they have a different outlook on life. Confirmation. They have a different outlook on life. Because why have they chose the path they chose? How did they end up in the streets? Was they raised in a single parent home with a mother or father? Do you see what I'm saying? Y'all, eventually he's gonna make the deck. He just don't know it. Yes. How do you heal childhood wounds being from the hood? Because when that's the only thing that you've been taught, every person in your life, you've seen them in and out of prison. You didn't have that father figure, so you went to the streets. You went and joined some kind of a gang, which was your family. You don't look at it like a gang. You look at it like it's your family. So it's like that. You see what I'm saying? Because I got a different perspective. It's but you see what I'm saying? Like, the world looks at it like, oh, they're just gangs, but these people look at each other like their family. That's their family. Just like the church, they look at each other like family, but they're a coven, and it is what it is, right? You can't change how somebody feels about something, but you can show them a different perspective, right? Yeah, that's the truth. Like people don't understand. I mean, I'm from the other side of the track, so like the struggle, I know the struggle. I've been there. I know what it's like. Like, listen now. Um, but you don't always have to live through that. You don't have to work hard. You can work smart. Like, you just may have to educate yourself more on things. And some people don't want to do that because they're lazy. They don't want to put that work in. But you know that you have to put this work in. You're gonna have to go and learn this course or go and learn a different way. But you can't be stubborn. You got to be teachable, right? And that's the thing. You got so many people that's not teachable. They're like, oh no, like I can't do that. I can't, never could. Get your ass over there. You might get over there and be like I was when I got in that factory. I was like, okay, I'm just amazed. I'm like a little girl in a candy store. I'm like, okay, listen, I want you to show me how to work that tool right there. Cause I just thought it was so fucking amazing. Like, okay, can I climb up there? Can I do you know what I'm saying? You might get into something and be like, okay, I really this has got my attention. Like, yeah. So you see what I'm saying? And then before you know it, your ass is over here and you're like, okay, so I can sign up for this training program and I can do this and get the and they're like, yeah, you can. So then whenever now you got somebody wanting to invest in you because they see how how you're just you're light, you're just lit up, like because you're learning something new. But really, you're not learning nothing new, collective. Okay, this is ancient knowledge. This could have been something from your past life that your ass was already doing, and you just had to tap back into this energy. But you had to get out of the hood. You had to get away from people who was planting bad seeds, telling you never was gonna be shit, right? Because you got to think how people always like they always told me to shut up. Now look at me. Now I'm a fucking speaker on YouTube, but I'm over here and I'm like blah 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 blah. Blah. It's what 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm over here. It's 2:10. Okay, I've been here 2 hours and 57 minutes, and I still got more in me. Cause you know what? I was told to shut up. That shut up spell backfired. Now I'm full of knowledge, and now I'm just wanting to give it to everybody. Right? That's right. So if you walk in and you're like, man, this is like this is what I want to do. Nah, I don't listen. I don't listen to none of that bullshit. Okay. I'm trying to respond to that right there, but I'm trying to like figure out how I'm going because y'all been doing this all day. Um, real shit. Uh, it's okay to ask for help. Stop projecting your addiction on other people. Okay, because I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, a lot of y'all ain't doing meth. Okay, you're doing fentanyl, and it might be your last night doing fentanyl. I mean meth or whatever you want to call it. But I notice y'all have been coming here all day long, and you've been saying this. If you have been out there and you know what that's like, you'd know better. You'd stop doing it. Save your life. Save your own life. Stop projecting your addiction and stop thinking shit's funny because you're gonna fuck around and find yourself on a t-shirt, okay? And a lot of y'all don't got life insurance. A lot of y'all don't have your life in order, okay? And I'm gonna say it because everybody else is scared to say it. Like this shit's crazy out. Like, man, you don't know who you getting shit from. Save your own life. Go take yourself and put yourself in rehab. Stop projecting your drug addiction on somebody else who actually done the work and got themselves together. Okay? Cause it ain't cute, it ain't funny. Like y'all are just mad because we worked and got ourselves healthy. And I know if I could do it after being an addict since I was 13 years old, anybody could do it. Okay? So just like do something, but stop throwing all of that negative energy at somebody that actually sit down and done the work and said, you know what, I got a problem and I'm gonna fix me. Cause really that's what y'all angry about. Really that's what y'all are angry about is y'all get mad when people overcome things that you can't even look yourself in the mirror and overcome. When really we're good mentors. We're really good coaches and therapists and shit like that. We didn't have to go to school. We lived through this shit. Life experience teaches you way more than a book does. That's why I was talking about that life experience is going to teach you a lot more than any type of book or any type of whatever they trying to go over here. And yeah, life experience going to teach you. And y'all be really angry at people that got themselves together and they're climbing the ladder and they're doing better than y'all. Okay, listen now. I know I'm going some people so damn mad, but it's true, baby. I know some people out here that has overcome some things that are running. They're making six figures. You want to know why? Because they fucked that criminal record up so bad. Now they got an opportunity to walk through a door, and they ain't letting nobody stop them. And now all of a sudden, they the supervisor, they the GM, they over here, they running the whole show, they running the whole department, and y'all mad as hell. But you laugh at somebody being a convicted felon. They work harder than you. Because they know that they don't got the opportunities that you have. They ain't got no silver spoon shoved up their ass. They ain't got somebody to come save them. They had to get up and save themselves. And y'all be mad at folks because they got to fuck up and save themselves. Listen now, reality check. You got to get up. You got to ask yourself what you want. How you want your life to change. Just like we did. We took accountability. We changed. We did what we wanted to. Now that's what we're doing, and now all of a sudden it's a problem. Like how am I the problem whenever I got myself together? What the fuck are you talking about? Like what? Hold on now. Ain't that what you wanted me to do? Didn't you want me to go get clean? Didn't you want me to get out of the streets? Didn't you want me to do this? And now all of a sudden it's like everybody's watching your transformation and they're like, oh, hold on. No, what? Damned if you do and damned if you don't. Collective, do it for your fucking self, right? That's exactly right. Y'all, it's so strange. I'm just gonna be honest. Because the fact of the matter is they don't know how to handle you being your authentic self and you being able to really, really like say, yeah, listen, this is my story. This is what's up. This is who you are. That's right. The soul tribe is up, baby. The soul tribe is up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's so wild all y'all saying that y'all are waking up and I'm on live. That's a beautiful thing. Cause spirit is getting y'all up to remind you that whatever you're going through right now, you're gonna be able to get through it. Mm-hmm. See, and that's what I'm saying. You have people that are willing to invest. But you have other people over here planting seeds like, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do this. You can't do that. Y'all, can I tell y'all something? I make sure that I'm my husband's biggest fan, his number one fan, his number one supporter. I don't give a fuck if he says he wants to go make milk pies over there at the fucking farm. Guess what? We're going to get the cow. We're going to make the milk. We're going to make the pies. Do y'all see what I'm saying? When you got somebody who believes in you and they help you get through things, because you know what? When I first met him, I seen a lot of my old self in him where it was like every time I had an idea, everybody would shoot it down. They thought it was stupid. They thought it was this. They thought it was that. And I'm like, why does people do that? You never know. Listen, your kid's lemonade stand fucking might be the hottest thing over the summer. Okay? Shit, you go and build in swimming pool. I don't know what the fuck it is you want to do, right? But believe in yourself. But sometimes it helps to have that support system for somebody to sit and look at you and say, hey, I want to invest in you. And I got you. I just need you to do A, B, C, or D. And some people just don't want to do the A, B, C, or D. They want to show up after you've done the A, B, C, or D and then reap the rewards and be like, oh, okay, well, you done built that, so now you can give it to us. What? What? You wasn't in the gym shooting with me. What the fuck is going on here? Collective, how many times did you thought your chariot was a limo? Okay, I'll raise my hand. I thought my chariot was a limo, child. Listen, I tried to get the stretch Hummer kind. I got the stretch Hummer kind. I'm, I'm trying to take everybody with me, and then Spirit shows up and says, "Go to this garage," and it's a 2-seater motorcycle, and I'm like, "Where's my stretch Hummer?" And they're like, you ain't taking all them people with you. They don't even support you. They don't even like your ass. You like what? Do you see what I'm saying? And it's like the full moon come rolling in, and everybody's mask got ripped off, and then you're like, spirit, can I can I get my 2-seater motorcycle now? Can yeah. And you gotta make room for my dog too. So make sure there's a little seat back here for Hercules, because I'm finding out that I can't. Yeah, I don't need that. So now you're downsizing, and now you're seeing what's happened, and you didn't have no damn clue. Cause the whole time you was trying to build the ship like Noah and take everybody else with you. And they was laughing. They're like, why do you need 2 of everything? Why do you need this and why do you need that? Well, right now, how many people's laughing and how many people stocking up and getting ready? You got beans and rice, okay? You know how to build a campfire? Okay. Because what if you ain't got no electricity and you're going to be camping in your house? Do you know how to camp? You know how to build a fire? Do you know how to eat things that, maybe that you're going to have to go kill out the forest? Like, what do you know how to eat off the land? Do you have basic skills? Yeah, Hercules has got to come with us. We traded in the Hummer that where we was trying to take everybody. Yeah. No, I said it's a 2-seater motorcycle, and then I need a little box for Hercules to sit in. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cause see, y'all, my husband, okay, he had a multi Hummer that he was trying to take, and then I had like the baby stretch Hummer that I was trying to take, and Spirit just, hey y'all, listen, y'all got to go over here to this other garage because I got a surprise for y'all. Dun da da da. You see what I'm talking about? Like, and then you'll be like, Spirit, okay, why? What just happened here? Yeah, that's right. Dukes of Hazard on their ass. Okay, sis. Yeah. But collective, how many of y'all got disappointed? Okay, I ain't gonna lie, I was disappointed. I'm like, I thought I was supposed to come back, and they was like, the only reason your ass is supposed to come back is to see, not touch, not to feel, not to go get the safety kit and go over there and bandage them up and go help them. You was just supposed to go see the damn lesson. That was it. Nobody even told your ass to get off the ride. What are you doing? And then I'm like, well, I had to grab the kid and go save. And Spirit says, who you going to save? That same snake that you healed back to health over there on Mother's Day? Is that the one? Oh, okay. Cause listen, they still got the knife in your back. They still planning, and strategizing. Okay, are you gonna figure it out, or you just gonna keep going over there and going in war for no reason? You see what I'm saying? Y'all, these is hard conversations to have with slow minded people and people that always still have the knife in your back and they want to use your emotions, and you're like, no, I'm good. You see what I'm saying? They don't want to get it though. And then you tell other people and they're like, oh my gosh, like how can you be so cold hearted? Bitch, you know how long y'all had me in the freezer over there? Somebody could have done a freezer spill and they could have tried to freeze your ass. Okay, and now everybody eating out of that freezer is getting sick. Y'all remember I channeled that a couple years ago? I said that there was somebody done a freezer spill, jar spill. Okay, and this woman was feeding her people up out of this freezer, and everybody started getting sick, and she can't figure out where the sickness is coming from. Cause I am. You can't save everybody. And you gotta stop people pleasing. The his, the theirs, the mine, the ours, and like you can't do it. Like I'm gonna ask you something. How you pour from an empty cup? You be drained every single day because it's like, well, what do you need? You got everybody calling your phone. Oh, yep. Okay, I'm gonna come. Okay, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do this. Sis, did you even go out and drink your coffee this morning on the back porch and just put your feet in on the ground? And hell no, because soon as your feet hit the floor, you're over here like, okay, we got to do this and we got to do this, and let me get the list down and put the list down. Put the list down. Let the tower fall. Sometimes the rock. Okay, white witch. Sorry, it didn't come through. Yeah. See, because it's like this. When they know that you're going to take care of everything, they're just going to sit back and they're going to let you do it. Right? And if somebody watches you do this, you need to be very careful with that person. Okay. Hold on 1 second, baby. It just didn't come through because I didn't open my phone up. Hold on. Let's see here. I'll let you know. But if they watch you and they're not trying to do anything at all, and a lot of times your family, they'll sit and they'll watch you. They'll be like, look at her, poor child, look at her. She just struggling so bad. And they'll go over there on Facebook, make a post about you, talking about how bad you're struggling with your children and how, this is going on and how bad your relationship is and blah, blah. And you sitting over here, you're like, if you anything like me, I'm going to go up under the post and be like, hey, can you do me a favor? Instead of talking about me, bitch, how about you come help me? Okay? And if you can't come help me, then fuck it, just block me. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. I didn't know that we was on this type of time. Okay. Yeah. That's exactly right. You're exactly right. And see, a lot of times when you hit rock bottom, pay attention to who's down there kicking your ass whenever you down. And pay attention who comes over there and gives you a helping hand and says, come on, get up. Get up. Oh, that child, they been doing that for years. Hell, listen now. This shit don't make no damn sense. I ain't even over here on that timeline. They all gonna heal and get it together. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Thank you, thank you. What's up, Victoria? How you doing? Baby, everybody needs healing. That's the thing, is like when people say that, oh, I done healed and I'm dead. Shit, I'm still healing. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. Shit, I'm still over here. I'm still getting it together. I am not perfect. I'll be transparent as hell with y'all. Like a couple days ago, I was telling my husband, I was like, I think it was right before the Scorpio full moon. My shadow side that was starting to creep out. Like, okay, we need a drink. Hold on, no, we don't, bitch. What are you talking about? No, we don't. Me and my shadow side over here arguing. Like, who needs a drink? We need a drink. No, we don't either. We gonna sit here and we gonna feel this shit. That's what we gonna do. Okay? That's what we fixing to do here. We don't need no drink. Cause y'all, I'm telling you, I'd have crashed out. Went down to the, yeah, no, 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 We still, baby, we're like a damn onion. Listen, we're pulling the layers back and more, and yeah, it's that's why I said this journey is not for the weak. Thank you. Yeah, I had to wash my antennas the other day. Um, okay, baby, are we doing? You want to do a mini read? It's coming through slowly. I don't know what the hell's going on with this damn app. It's being all weird and shit. Oh, there you are. Okay. Mm. Yeah, my data's off. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check it. Yeah. Uh huh. I see it right now, Maryland. Yes, ma'am. I got you right there. Okay. What's your two questions, honey? Mm-hmm. White Witch, it's about to be a prostitution sting over there where you're at. That you about to be real surprised what doors they go to as well. Who stays in 210? Because the guy that you're into, he is a romantic scammer. And the manager is shady because they're a part of the prostitution, sex trafficking thing going on. And folks is afraid to speak up. They're scared because people go missing and all kind of shit. Yeah, your intuition is right. Yeah, you don't trust him. Who White Witch, who stays in 210? Cause they are. That's why. Or they deal with hookers. So they think anybody that comes to that hotel is a hooker. Mm-hmm. It's the reputation that place has. That's what it is. That's like the South, okay? We got the reputation for being trailer trash because of the movies, right? It's like just like the hood. Like if you're from the hood, you're just ghetto and you're never gonna be shit in life, and just like you're an addict, like we all get labeled, and they always tell us we ain't never gonna be nothing and blah blah blah, and you're sitting here like, no, that's your reality, not mine. You see what I'm saying, boo? Yeah. Whoever stays in 210 says something's going on over there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's confirmation too. Sis, put some salt in front of your door. And you know you can build a crystal grid in that room. Um, put salt in front of your door, and spirit saying just mind your business. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, mind your business around there because they got some real shady shit going on, and you don't want to be a part of that. Yeah, that's what that is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Y'all, this is a serious spiritual warfare we're in. Like, that's why, like I always say, like, don't take things personal, move forward. Like, if you know it's not for you, just keep going. Cause I'm gonna be honest, man, like you never know what people is into and how they're trying to rope you into things, and you don't even have shit to do with it. You know what I'm saying? You just got there, white witch. You don't know what the hell these people been doing and all of this stuff. The only reason the manager's trying to get close to make sure that you don't call somebody in there and turn their ass in. You see what I'm saying? Like, and you just trying to have somewhere to lay your head, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you definitely don't want to take food from nobody. People offering you stuff, just don't take it in the room. When they move around, go throw that shit out in the trash. You know what I'm saying? Go put it in the bag. Like something about like just be careful because I'm hearing high sex trafficking area where you're at. Just trafficking, period. Why my dog keeps sitting and went, he thinks he's the boss or something. Listen now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm saying, listen, because they starting to understand us spiritual men and women. We have a force that's behind us that is not seen. They want to know who the fuck is protecting us. And they don't understand, like, just leave us be. Like, we mind our business. We don't hurt anybody. We don't do nothing. Like, it's, mm-hmm. Yeah. Because, see, it's the light that you carry. You got to be careful. And you're surrounded by a bunch of people that's on demon time. Yeah, white witch, you know. Mm-hmm. Because he's a handler. But you know that. He is the devil at that job. The Emperor in reverse. The Empress in reverse. Whoever this couple is that owns this place, yeah, justice, big justice about to come through. Mm-hmm. Because it's cruelty, something serious. And you see right there what's at the, I'm just saying. Yeah. Lot of overindulging. Yeah, they don't. Mm-hmm. And see, it's weird how these groomers work, right? Like White Witch, I think you was in my chat whenever I had got on the bus. Y'all, the old lady that tried to groom me, okay? Like, I just thought that she was just a little old lady who, she smelled like alcohol, she needed something to eat, stuff like this, right? So I'm trying to be nice to her, and she's just being so damn rude. She's like, give me one of the damn Newports. And I was like, okay, do you want some food? Because she smelled like alcohol. And I'm like, you want some coffee or something? Nah, I don't want nothing. Then we get on the bus. She's like, get over here and sit with me. And I'm like, okay, why are you being so mean and rude? Like, then she's over here on the phone talking about, I got us one. And I was like, oh, hell no. Listen now. I don't know who you thought you got over here. But y'all ain't finna put my little fat ass over there in that car. I don't know what y'all thought y'all was about to do. Listen now. Because I'm finna fight for my life. You see what I'm saying? Like, and you would have never thought that I just thought this little old woman just was by herself and traveling. And I'm over here, and the more she's asking me where I'm going and where's my family and why am I down there by myself. And then all of a sudden she gets on the phone. She's like, oh, yeah, I got us. Wow, okay. Now that you bring that up, that's real. That would be connected. Because you know what? Whenever I was coming back from my trip, same thing happened, but it was a lady that was going to New York. And she kept spraying this stuff and she kept spraying it around my face. And I was like, ma'am, stop spraying that shit. And there was an older woman. She was like 70 something, her and her little dog. And she kept being mean to that woman, talking about the dog stinks and this, and this. And I was like, quit being mean to her. Like, why are you doing this to her? So I helped her get off the bus and get to her family and stuff. And then the woman comes on there and she kept spraying shit. Yeah. I was like, I don't know what the fuck's in that bottle, but it stinks. You stink. What is going on? And then that little young girl with them babies, y'all, she snapped. She told her, she said, we stop at this next stop. She's like, I'm gonna get off. She said, I'm gonna beat you. And I mean, I had to calm her down. I said, baby, listen, I just need you to calm down. I said, she got something in that bottle. I said, and I don't know what she's spraying, but it's a distraction. Because this poor little girl, her and her little babies had been on that bus for like 3 or 4 days. And she just wanted to get home. And we was fixing to pull up in Georgia. And this woman caused the whole ruckus and just was doing all of this. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, yeah. Them troops was very, very interesting. And that would make sense now, especially what's been going on. I'm like, this whole time though, it's very strange. Yeah. And I'm getting a lot more messages. Uh Beautiful disaster about a lot of things, and it's very interesting. um Now that I got that special connection, it's almost like my inner child feels very, very safe, and we feel like we can move forward. And my whole life, the way I feel now, I never felt like that ever. I um i really pay attention to how my inner child feels now. And when she don't feel safe, I'm not going. I'm not talking to them. I'm not being around people, places, or things. And I would suggest anybody that, like, you're right now, you're going through that emotional trauma, release it, because your inner child needs you to listen. Because it's people, places, and things they do not trust, they don't want to be around, they don't like. They're showing you people's masks is being ripped off. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because like I said, I was that people pleaser all the time. I was so worried about everybody else and just left myself out in the cold. And like, I had to learn to stop doing that. And it's really, really helped. Um, a lot of full moons has been real hard for me to get through. And I'm like, y'all, this energy's tough. But like, this was the one that just, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this shit is done. That's it. Okay. We're leaving that out. That's what's going on, right? And they say the more you speak your truth, the freer that you are. And yeah, that's some real shit. And look, I got cold chills when I said that. It's been a very interesting couple days. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. So wow that you say that. Cause the head snake, his head's finna be chopped off and he don't know it. Yeah. The head mastermind. That's why I was telling everybody, I'm like, y'all listen. The by the end of May, there's some people here that is gonna be drowned and they ain't gonna know what to do because they've been worried about the wrong thing the whole time, and it's gonna be like a whirlwind. Like that's why I was saying something about the tower, right? In the midst of the tower being, mm-hmm. No, he's not. Not at all. No, ma'am, not at all. And I had to heal that part of me where I always protected that person. Yeah, because that's what I was always taught was you got to protect your abuser. So now that I don't do that, now I'm just the outsider and things like that. But I don't give a shit. Like whatever, be mad, but I'm not protecting no abuser. Like period. Mm-hmm. One big old illusion. Yeah, the old man Ernest. You said something to me about him being my grandfather. And look, while you're saying that, my right hand's itching. He was. I used to see him like ride past my suite that I stayed in. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I told my husband I want to take him to Louisiana. That's one of the trips I want to go on and take him on. Cause Louisiana, like when I got there, I felt like a part of Louisiana was my home at some point. My roots, I don't know, like there was something there that I definitely resonated with. Uh-huh. Your mother had abandonment issues. Mhm. Yeah. Do you know how I know you're right? Because he was a pimp. Back then, they didn't call it trafficking. They called it pimps. You're exactly right. Now they just have a whole nother name for it. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. And look, it's 64 people here, and that's a 10. 7, 8, 9, 10, 127 likes. 10, 10, completion of a cycle. What was the deal with going to the tribal reservation for like I remember as a little girl and all the way up until I was like 15, my nose itching. Something about going to that tribal native land. We would go every year. Cause you know what? Whenever I would walk into the bus stop, train stop there, it's like I recognize that place. Cause they have this mural up there of all different kinds of things, and it's like I recognized it when I walked in there. Like I recognized it. There was something about it I knew, and I don't know how long it'd been up there, but it's like I had been to that place before. Yeah, yeah. We went to the powwows. We'd always go into this big old tent, and the chief would be in there, and they would all do the sacred dances and the fires and stuff like that. And we went every year. And I would get my mochigan, the shoes, and I'd get my little purse, and like I would always have like the Indian feathers and the little things that go on your head. Like, yeah, I was 15. No, it wasn't in Manchester, Tennessee. I got family lives in Manchester, Tennessee too. Or near there, Winchester. Um, but let's see. Yeah, I was 15 when we went. We was over there, South Carolina and the border of Tennessee in Gatlinburg. And I went back for the first time 2022 and met a shaman healer down there. And then me and my husband, we went to Gatlinburg and we got married. Yeah, we got married in Gatlinburg at the little wedding chapel there. Whew. Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah, Miss Jones is crazy because I just remember going there. You said my son's friend is married to a chief's daughter. They do powwows. I wanted to go, but it was a no. Understood. Just wanted to experience. Yeah, and it was so wow because like whenever I would go in there, like they would always let me in the tent. Like I could go up and I could talk to the chief and like it was very interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like they welcomed me with open arms. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Very interesting. Oh, okay. Hmm. Yeah, they're reconnecting my live now. It'll reconnect like every hour. Yeah, they have their own government. Like, yeah, you pay like their taxes. We actually stayed right where the casino was, like right across the street. Like everything had their own taxes on it. It was a little more expensive, but it was a nice place to go to. Yeah, they owned the casino there, and that was like their revenue and stuff. And yeah, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people's got in the collective have native blood lineage. They just don't know like which side it comes from, or which side of the family, mom or dad's side. But yeah, that's why, it's important to if you're called to do certain things, yeah, you'll figure out who your bloodline is, that's for sure. Yes, I am, Crystal. Mm-hmm. Rain alert in your area. Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all, I'm about to call it a night. It's 3:01 down south where I'm at. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate everybody and y'all just being here and donations and booking readings. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. I didn't. He just told me that his name was Ernest and that he had been a taxi driver in Louisiana since like the early 50s, um, late 60s. And he was driving me around and telling me about how all of his people they got together and started like a driving service for the tourists and stuff. But he had been doing it for a very, very long time. Hmm. I think it was the yellow taxi, like yellow cab. Hmm. You know, he gave me a card too, and I don't know where I put it. I'll have to see if I can find it. Mm-hmm. You're welcome, darling. Ah, very interesting. All right, y'all. I'm about to go on and head up off of here. All right, if y'all need me, just send me a email, okay? And send your payment over to my Cash App or PayPal, and I'll get back to your email, okay? Tomorrow, whenever I get my business done and do what I need to do, okay? I just want to send everybody some love, light, and healing. Thank you so much, and I will see y'all later on today, okay? Peace.